All right, I'm glad to be here with Flair. I used him once I learned about him and Jim had taught me. I used him on my advanced horses, and I always had more juice at the end than I had ever had, even from 1978 when I didn't know about Flair. So I'm really happy to be here. I'm going to get to walk, with, of course, with people and tell them that even their lower level horses need them. Thank you.
The fast route to this water is coming from the chicaner, jumping this brush. And if you were on the other side of this brush, you don't see the water. Run through the water, and there's a skinny right at the top of this hill. The hill's pretty extreme, but you got a nice lip of the water that sets you up for it. Ralph?
Right, and what he's saying with the fast way, remember I told you, uphill, never grab the first distance you see. Perfect. There's your ground line, ride, and let him do 1 or 2 little strides and pop it. If you're so excited about it and got galloping in the water and do that, it's 50-50. Does he leave when I want him, or, you know, and you waste his effort, you know? So you've got to know when he jumps in good, be happy with it, but then say, I'm not going to try to be a star and buy the picture there. I just want a nice little jump over it so I save my time. Now, if he's going good, but it's his first time, and remember what the first water felt like. If it was a little bit of work for you, then you might take the long route, which is that brush.
Go out to the outside.
Go to the outside.
And loop around to that.
Loop around to that. And then he's got 2 very nice fences, and you get his feet wet, and he's got plenty of ground, and that'll prepare you for when we get to the head of the lake. Okay, so it's worth some extra time if you have a horse that's being a little apprehensive.
Very good.
So that's why, just as I'm thinking, that's why there was only one horse that, I mean, could have pulled Christ off the cross when I rode him. So Dad never let me ride with a whip with him. But if all the other horses, I always had a whip, so that if they were hesitant at first water with that much turf when he landed, I would pip on the ground and say, get your butt in the water, buddy.
I just had a thought too. With this water complex, you better have a good ride here, because your next complex is the coffin. And you really need your horse to take you to the coffin.
True.
Because if you have a bad ride here, they're going to be questioning what your guts are at the coffin jump. So make sure you're conscious of that here.
Right, and you know, the other thing is, because the coffin's coming up, if you jump that brush, you could gallop to the other side of those little trees and hit this vertical B going forward without doing all the turns that he said, so they're really out in front of your leg before you get to the coffin. So, you know, always walk even the long ways the way that's still going to keep the horse positive, okay?